Okay, picture this. You're in a super quiet room, right? Maybe you're reading a book or deep into a movie, and then, all of a sudden,
Yeah, that sound. You know the one. It's sudden, it's explosive, it can be pretty disruptive, maybe a little embarrassing, and let's be honest, sometimes it even hurts.
Super annoying, right? But have you ever stopped to think about what your body is actually doing? We tend to just see it as a symptom, something we need to get rid of fast. But what if I told you that noise is one of the most powerful, most important defense systems you've got? Yeah, really. Let's get into it.
So, to really get what a cough is all about, we have to kind of reframe it. Stop thinking of it as your body making a mistake. Instead, think of it as this amazing, built-in security system. It's not a glitch, it's a feature. A brilliant piece of biological engineering, actually. So, what is it, fundamentally? Well, a cough is basically your body's personal bouncer. Its only job is to stand at the door of your lungs and forcefully throw out anything that shouldn't be there. We're talking irritants, mucus, germs, you name it. It is a 100% defensive move.
And it is a surprisingly powerful process. I mean, think about the mechanics here. First, your body takes this big, deep breath in. Then, bam, your throat closes up tight. Next, your chest and ab muscles squeeze like crazy, building up all this pressure inside. And then, just as suddenly, your throat opens and boom, air shoots out at like freeway speeds.
And that crazy blast of air, it has a mission. It's carrying out all the unwelcome guests. You know, things like dust particles you just breathed in, all that extra mucus when you have a cold, nasty little germs, and we've all been there, that tiny bit of food that decided to go down the wrong pipe.
Okay, so how does your body even know when to unleash this thing? It's not like you're thinking, okay, time to cough now, right? It's totally automatic and it's lightning fast. Let's break down the reflex that makes it all happen.
So what's the trigger? What sets off the alarm for this whole security system? Well, it turns out your airways are lined with these super sensitive nerve endings. Think of them like microscopic little tripwires, just waiting for something to go wrong.
And these little tripwires, they are on high alert for everything. We're talking dust and smoke, the extra mucus from a cold or the flu, allergens like pollen or pet hair, and yeah, that heart-stopping moment when water goes down the wrong way. Basically, if it isn't clean air, the body sees it as a potential threat. The whole thing, from the moment the tripwire is hit to the final explosion, is managed by something called the cuff reflex arc. And honestly, the most incredible part about this whole circuit is just how ridiculously fast it is.
So here's how it works. Step 1, the sensors in your airways detect an intruder. Immediately, an emergency signal just zips up your nerves to the brainstem. Step 3, without you even having to think about it, your brainstem fires back a command. And Step 4, your muscles in your chest and diaphragm get the order and contract, violently. The whole chain reaction, it happens in less time than it takes you to blink. It's amazing.
Okay, so we've all been there, right? Sometimes you have that dry, scratchy, hacking cough. And other times, well, let's just say it's a lot more productive. There's a reason for that. The type of cough you have is actually a clue about what your body's dealing with. So a dry cough, that's usually from simple irritation. Think dust or maybe the very start of a cold. But a wet cough, what doctors call a productive cough, that's different. That's your body creating mucus on purpose to trap germs and other junk, and then using the cough as the ejection system to get all that gunk up and out.
Now, most of the time, a cough is a temporary thing. But if it hangs around for more than 8 weeks, it gets a whole new label, a chronic cough. And when you get to that point, it's not just annoying anymore. It's your body sending up a flare, signaling that there's some kind of ongoing issue that really needs to be looked at.
So what's the final verdict? Is a cough good or bad? Well, the answer is kind of both. On the one hand, it's absolutely essential. It clears out germs, removes mucus, and literally stops us from choking. But on the other hand, when it's nonstop, it can really irritate your throat, totally mess up your sleep, and, like we just said, it can be a sign that something more serious is going on.
This brings up a good question. If a cough is helpful, should you even try to stop it? And the answer is, sometimes you just have to manage it, especially if it's keeping you from getting any rest. The goal isn't to just shut off the alarm, it's to help your body deal with whatever's making the alarm go off in the first place.
And these tips are all about working with your body, not against it. Drinking warm fluids helps soothe that irritation. Staying hydrated is huge because it thins out mucus and makes it easier to, cough up. A little bit of honey can coat and calm your throat. And using steam or just staying away from smoke, that just gives your body fewer things to fight.
Look, most coughs are just your body doing its thing, and they'll go away on their own. But you definitely need to know when that reflex is signaling something bigger, a problem that really needs a doctor's help.
And these are the big red flags to watch out for. If your cough just won't go away after a few weeks, or if you're coughing up blood, if you have chest pain or trouble breathing, or if it just seems to be getting worse and worse, it's time to see a doctor. Seriously, don't ignore these signals.
So let's wrap this up. Next time you cough, try to remember, your body isn't broken. It's not malfunctioning. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's a pretty sophisticated, incredibly powerful, and 100% essential defense system.
So is a cough just an annoyance? Or is it one of your body's most powerful survival tools? Look, it's easy to get frustrated with it, but without that reflex, our lungs would be totally defenseless. So yeah, it's loud and it's inconvenient, but it's also one of the most basic, most important tools your body has to keep you safe and breathing. It's not the problem, it's actually part of the solution.